Okay. What do you remember about Lebanon?
Everything.
Tell me about it.
You should ask something special.
Something special. Your house in Lebanon, how did you bring groceries in?
It is 3, 4 bedrooms, big salon. We are very comfortable,
And you had a driver?
of course.
Who did you have working for you?
Mhm.
Who were the people working for you? You had a driver, a maid?
No.
Who?
No, and in the house, we have the mother, we have the parents, we have when يعني this is, but on inside there is servants, there is many helper.
Servants and helpers? They would come and do your laundry?
Of course, we have once per week for washing. Yani, there is everything prepared, not uh, without preparing.
The house, it was on the 3rd story, right?
We have houses for 4, 5,
4 or 5 houses?
يعني stages.
Oh, stages of the house.
Mhm.
4 or 5 levels.
Yes. يعني we have to live maybe in the fifth grade. Fifth. It depends.
Do you miss anything from Lebanon?
Mhm.
Do you wish you had something from Lebanon, something that we don't have here?
I think everything there is there. Maybe from here we'll take it. Maybe it is from our own.
Why did you come to America?
This is always to see a new country, and second to benefit from coming work.
But in Lebanon, you were a principal.
In school,
Yeah.
yes.
Tell me about your job.
Mhm.
When your job, you started as a teacher?
Yes, I started to help in school, and then we were having teaching. We begin grand.
The class, was it all girls, all boys?
There is boys and there is girls.
Together
Yes,
in the same class? How many?
not more than in a class 4, 5 boys with the girls, and the girls more.
More. Like 10?
And the boys,
No, the girls, how many? Like,
it depends. Some classes 20, some classes 10. It depends. Here, not when you go, everything the same. It depends.
what class did you teach?
It depends. Some what do you call
You can say in Arabic.
mathematics. Some to teach math,
Yes.
or to teach Arabic, or to teach English. It depends what course you should go.
And what grade level? What grade did you teach?
15,
The 15-year-olds?
15 old. There is less, but it means for me, from 15, I had classes.
Did you go to college?
Yes,
University?
yes, of course.
What college?
American girls' school.
American Girls School. Did your parents have issue with you going to school?
Of course, to agree. It took time to agree before. Oh no! Oh. But after, I pressed them, and it's all right.
Were you married before college?
No, I was married when all this thing happened. I am, and it doesn't, marriage didn't prevent me from making.
Going to school? So, when you got married, were you in college?
Of course, I was married, and the family agree.
Bismillah.
Depends. Long time. This is long time.
When you got married, how old were you?
When I was married,
Or what year?
16.
16?
I was 16.
When married? Before you graduated high school?
This one, to the high school, I studied at home, not in college or something. No, class after class.
How many hours did you study?
And what the subject need. And it depends. Sometimes, because I was married, I can't take full college. I need some. Maybe I start with 2, 3, like this, and then it will be graduated. It took time, especially I was married. This is all different. I was married 13 years, 14 years of age, started married, and then special, I took special, what do you say?
Classes? Classes? Special classes?
What?
Special
Special?
classes?
No, after, yes, I
Oh,
did.
but-
I had special for a graduate. Oh, my life very hard. I tried in every way to have graduated, and I succeed. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
And I succeed for the old for يعني as graduated.
You bitches better wait for me.
Who?
My friend upstairs.
Okay.
La, but I'm talking to you.
It took time. It took time because I need it, and this is for you. You should be not relax. Oh, I don't want to study. No, you should stay, and you need to have good graduate. No play. Especially women, because first of all, woman doesn't. Now you should start. Woman,
It's a
now it is different. Woman studied, had good graduate. Nobody can say no.
yes.
Nobody can say no. Especially if she has the initial to have good.
School is very important.
But to be well graduate, oh, very, very, very. So don't stay at home. Be sure that you are following your studies.
Allah, I will.
Especially in your time, it's different from my time. My time, يعني I fight very much to stay and to study in university and to have. But now everybody is studying. It's different.
Bismillah.
Alhamdulillah. I did what I know I want. I graduated. I had good grade. I have good thing. Alhamdulillah. Yeah. And I entered the university, and I had graduated university level. And everything, my life is very good, and I'm very happy that nothing disturbed my life. And what I need, God helped me, and my parents helped me. My parents really helped me. In my time, to study, it is something. So they helped me. I studied, and I have good grade. Alhamdulillah. Okay.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay.
Okay. What do you remember about Lebanon? Tell me about it.
Everything. I mean, anything in particular. I remember, as a kid, we would go there in the summers, and I'll see all my cousins, and we'll all sleep in my jiddo's house, and of course there's no beds for everybody because the whole family is there, so we have mattresses on the floor, and a lot of giggling and a lot of laughter, a lot of fun, a lot of eating, good food. I remember I would come and they would put me, my parents would put me in the Boy Scouts for the summertime. And of course I had cousins and uncles who are leaders in the thing, and cousins that are with me on my same level. And so it was a lot of fun going to the Boy Scout camps. Remember going to the beaches, the Mediterranean, there's no waves. It's just like kind of smooth and nice, and would go swimming. And
What about your living in Ghana, your house in Ghana?
What I remember about the house itself, you mean? It's the house that I was born in. Tayta was afraid to have me delivered in the hospital for whatever reason. So, I was born in that same house that I grew up in pretty much my whole years in Ghana. Nice house, second floor.
And it's where there's another like apartment house on the first floor, right? There's other people living in these.
Yeah, our neighbors, they had a son who was my age, who was like my best friend. And so yeah, I mean, we grew up together. We would play in the yard all the time.
And
How did I do this?
you've said before that you had a driver. Who were the people working for you?
So we had a housemaid, so to speak, that would help with cleaning the house every day. We had a cook that would help in the kitchen. We had a driver that would, take us to places when we needed to go. This way, mom and dad, if dad's at work or mom's, they didn't have to do it. If they couldn't do it, I should say. We had a night watchman because, the houses there are susceptible to theft and burglary and that sort of thing. So the night watchman will be outside walking around the villa.
Would you call them servants?
I mean, they were there to serve, yeah. So they were servants, yeah. I mean, that's their job.
But I'm saying, how would you refer to them?
Oh, their names.
Their names, yeah. It wasn't like a...
Yeah. Their names. Their names, for sure.
Yeah. So do you miss anything from Lebanon that we don't have here, or more specifically...
Again, you're mixing between Lebanon and Ghana.
Okay, well, but I'm saying...
So the servants were Ghana.
I know. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, so when I say, do you miss anything from Ghana or Lebanon that we don't have here? Like, more specifically, like when you first came to America?
In Ghana, I missed the social life. We had tons of friends. We would, life, again, I was younger, so life was not run. When I came to the US, I was in high school, and then it quickly became, you gotta go. In Ghana, it was more laid back, especially the fact that we had like the maid that would come in and do the beds in the morning. We didn't have to do that. I didn't have to tidy up my room. It was always tidied up for me. Things like that. So do I miss that? I mean, yeah. Um, like as a person like you, for example, there's no dishes to be made because they're doing the dishes, they're doing the cleaning. All you do is you eat, and once you get done, you get off the table and move on, and they're cleaning up the table and taking all that. Um, yeah,
What
go
do
ahead.
what do you remember about Tayta's job and her being like a working woman in this era?
So, you know, I remember that I was referring to her as Superwoman. But again, as I grew older, not when I was a kid, when I grew older and I saw what all she did, yeah, I would see her as Superwoman. I mean, she established the school. She was the principal of the school. She started it from scratch. We would go to school in the morning, come back at about 1 o'clock, 12:30, 1 o'clock. It's a half day school, and she still made sure that the food was being cooked for us, and she also had a social life. She also would make her own dresses and her own, they I don't know how much you know about this, but there's like there used to be a magazine called Burda, Bourda, and in it's like a fashion magazine that showed dresses and stuff like that, and then it will have the plans for the dress, and she will lay the plans on the table and get the fabric from the places they sold fabric. You choose whatever fabric you want, you come, and then she would like trace it and cut it and stitch it and sew it and do. I mean, so she always had things that she did, and the social life. I mean,
She balanced it all.
yeah, she balanced it all.
What was class and school like for you, especially as the son of the principal?
Yeah, we couldn't call her mom at school. We had to call her Mrs. Spady. You know, because we're in school, and again, it's through fifth grade, so the formative years, I don't remember a lot of it other than it was not a difficult thing to do. It was, you go to school, you play, at that age.
What were classes like? I mean, yeah, just
Just your usual Arabic classes, English, math, a little bit of history and geography. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember a lot of it, but I remember it wasn't stressful in any way, And we just played and went to school and did homework when we came back home. And, actually, when we'd come back home, have lunch, then do homework, and then, go down and play. Go out and play.
so. To take it backwards, when Tayta was accepted to college, why do you feel like her parents resisted the idea?
I don't know that they did. Who told you that? She did?
Tayta, so that she had to kind of argue her way into getting to go to college. And I feel like I've been told...
maybe at the time it wasn't college. Number one, college was not a big thing. Number two, maybe it was especially a big deal if a girl went to college as opposed to a guy, But I know that my uncle, who's older than her, he went to college, and maybe it might have been,
because of...
Yeah, but you know what, Tayta in particular, maybe the era at the time was that girls don't go to school, but my Tayta, which is her mom, was educated, and she wanted to make sure that her kids got educated. So I don't know that there was a lot of fight for her to go to school or not, I mean, I think Yeah, I don't think, because you know, when you think about it, Khali Hayat, Zubayda's mom, she went to college. Khali Mamduha, Suhad's mom, she went to college. Khali Munawwar, she has a PhD from Duke. Khali Fatme has a PhD as well. Khali Yahya, he went to college. I mean, you know, so number one, all her side of the family was educated. All Jiddo's side of the family was not educated. They barely made it through high school. That was it. So the importance of school was not that much. And I think the person that brought it to the forefront is really my Tayta, because her father was a judge, which in the Muslim world, Muslim culture, to be a judge, meaning you have to be a Muslim, you have to be a scholar, a religious scholar, because our law is based on our religion, based on Sharia law and whatever, you know what I mean? So, and she used to accompany him to court and see what he does, and she got educated, whereas it's so funny because, like, I don't think her sisters got educated, but she did. Mike Tayta was like off the chart. You know, I mean, honestly, she really was very impressive lady.
So but at that time, was it a norm for women in college to be married, or was Tayta an outlier in that regard?
She was.
She was.
Like, to be in college and be married, yeah.
She was an outlier.
Yeah, yeah. Not many. I remember she's some stories where the guys in the class would pull the chair out for her because they, you know, she's married, and I think she was pregnant at the time with Nama. You know, I mean, they would really make sure that she's taken care of. I mean, they treated her with utmost respect and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah, she's definitely an outlier.
And you've said this before, but just to reiterate,
Sure.
How old was Tayta, or what year of college was Tayta married?
I'm thinking maybe 18, 19, when she was 18, 19 when she got married. But again, don't hold me to it.
Around her second year of college.
Maybe, yeah, first, second year of college. And I think I'm just trying to piece information together that I can remember. I think that when Jidda wanted to get married to her, and they said, no, she's got to go to college, and they were like, so his side of the family was like, no, she doesn't need to go to college, we're getting married. And I think her mom, my Tayta, was like, no, she needs to go to college, or whatever it is.
Maybe that's where the strife came.
Yeah, so she got married and went to college. You know, at the same time. So it's like, it was no question that she's going to go to college, you know. I think that's how, yeah. But isn't it funny, like, both my Jiddos are siblings. And one of them, none of his kids went to college. They barely made it to high school. And the other one, all of them went to college. And the reason is, it wasn't because of my Jiddo on either side. It was because of my Tayta compared to my Tayta on this side. One Tayta was educated, the other Tayta was not. She was very street smart and very wise, but not college educated. You know, or not school educated. And that's how it was for everyone, because all of Tayta's cousins in her generation, I would venture to say that that maybe just a very few of them ended up going to college. Because my two Jiddos were part of 5 boys. So every one of those was married. But again, only the one Jiddo where his kids got educated. I think the others, maybe a few of them, one or two here, got educated, but I don't know exactly. But it's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, how
it works out.
yeah, because the era.
Well, I was gonna say that counts up with the like facts that I've been finding that not many people were educated during this time period, the 1950 to 1970s of Lebanon.
Yeah, and I know that there's a story that Tayta used to say to us, but I don't remember if this was college or high school. And something about, we're Muslim, and they, I think it was during the high school years, and there was they had to take a Christian class, and because I think that the school was maybe ran by Christian people or something like that. I don't remember, right? And I remember that you could get an exemption if you're a Muslim. You don't have to take it. And she went to Jiddu asking him to sign the paper for an exemption. He said, no, you're going to go and you're going to learn about Christianity just like the rest of the people. He wanted her to learn about both. That's why she understands it. And so he made her go back. And there was also a story about my Aunt Hayat. When she was in college, when she started to go to college, in Tripoli is more of a conservative city than Beirut. Tripoli is north, Beirut is south, Beirut is the capital, Beirut is where all the embassies are, all the foreigners come, Beirut is where the colleges are, the universities, what have you. And Tripoli is conservative, and they put the hijab, not necessarily the hijab, but at least a scarf, at least like a scarf type thing. And she went to her dad and she said, I'm going to college, but I'm not going to wear the hijab. I'm not going to wear the scarf in college. And I want you to hear it from me, because I don't want to leave the house thinking that, you're thinking that I'm wearing it and then I'll take it off in the street, And he was accepting of that at that time, which is really unheard of.
He valued the honesty.
Yeah, it was really unheard of that he would accept it.
Thank you, Baba.